Welcome back to Let's Hear It for Spirits. I'm Dylan.
I'm Austin.
The only podcast where ghosts haunt your house and your liver.
And your browser history. Seriously, don't Google toilet ghosts without a drink in your hand.
Facts. This week, we're diving into two paranormal stories that are very different but equally concerning.
And I'm covering the Emily and Morgan Hotel, aka the most haunted hotel in Texas, where the elevators move on their own, people hear screams in the night, and the real horror is probably the mini bar prices. Sorry, mini bar.
And I'm taking you deep into the haunted worlds of Hanako-san, Japan's infamous toilet ghost. She lives in the school bathrooms, and she doesn't respect your personal space or your bowel schedule.
So basically, your ghost is a bathroom bully.
Yeah, correct. And yours is a hotel that used to be the morgue. So together we got death, poop anxiety, possibly water damage.
Which is why we made drinks to emotionally prepare ourselves for today.
Yep, I'm sipping on the Royal Flush. It's vodka, cranberry, lime, and just enough trauma to keep you spiritually regular.
And I'm knocking back the Morgan Old Fashioned, which is whiskey, lemon, and bitterness. I like the ghost nurse that judged me for being shirtless in the hallway this weekend.
Speaking of unexplainable hauntings, let's talk about what's going on in our personal lives.
I tried to stage my apartment. I still accept smoke alarm. My cat hasn't looked at me the same since. Too bad for her.
And I bought a haunted mirror off Facebook Marketplace, and now I'm 90% sure it just shows me at my worst self, like emotionally, not paranormal.
Dylan, that's not a ghost, bro. That's just depression.
Cool.
All right. So let's grab your drink, lock the bathroom door, and prepare to never sleep again. Let's get into this story, because here,
every ghost
deserves a toast. We almost had it. Why? It was so. Why did you have a pause?
Look. We had the end on perfect, like, sync. It was almost there, but good day, everyone. We're gonna go ahead and tell you guys two stories today. Typically we tell you guys one story and it's coming from one of us, but we decided that we're going to start branching off into two stories an episode, and we'll just kind of take turns going back and forth, of course, just trying to, tell one story and then he'll tell another story, and you guys could just kind of have a little bit more to listen to than just your average 30-40 minutes. But before we even start anything, I just want to personally greatly appreciate everybody. We got up to like 16 followers, and that means a lot. I mean, keep in mind that we record almost a week back, so we are a little bit delayed, but 16 followers, that means so much to us, and I appreciate that, and I know Austin does too.
It really does. It means a lot. We really weren't expecting a lot. Honestly, we've been doing this for, well, how can I put it? We actually been wanting to do something like this, and it's actually been pretty fun lately. So I do appreciate all the support we're getting.
Yeah, I really didn't think that we would get up to 16 so fast. And, we kind of just want to tell you a little bit every now and then, so that way you guys could kind of see the progress and see the growth. I mean, this is just, this is episode number 3, but of course we're recording a week back. So we just set out episode number 2. And by the time, you guys hear this, then we will be working on the next episode. But we're really excited for all this.
Oh, definitely. Like, I can't wait to post this next episode so we all can hear it. Because, everyone wants to hear about a haunted hotel and a good old-fashioned bully in the restroom.
Yeah, toilet ghost. Really excited for this toilet ghost. But we do, of course, like to enjoy a themed drink based off of the stories that we're going to go ahead and tell. So luckily for you all, we have 2 drinks today, and we could just go ahead and tell you the ingredients and a little bit on how to make it, because that's our specialty. We're your haunted bartenders, and we're ready to go ahead and give you a good drink. So for the first one, it's going to be the Royal Flush, and it's going to be 1.5 ounces vodka, 1 ounce cranberry juice, 0.5 ounces of lemon juice, and 0.5 ounces of grenadine. And all you do is just mix that up with a little straw and add a little splash of club soda, And that's pretty much it.
As for Austin's, I guess I could go ahead and give it out this time. He usually gets you mostly giving out the ingredients. Well, since it's my own story, guess well, again, it's called the Morgan Old Fashioned. And today we're going to go ahead and you drink. You're going to start off with 2 ounces of whiskey, any brand you like, bourbon or rye, both work. Half of an ounce of lemon juice, fresh or bottled, half ounce of simple syrup or just a spoon of sugar dissolved in the drink, 2 dashes of bitters. That's wow, that's a word right there. Angostura?
It's just a type.
You got it.
Just go on to optional. It's good.
Or optional could be an orange peel or cherry for garnish.
Or we like to make those theme drinks. We like to get fancy.
Oh yeah. Especially at this type of hotel. They fun fact, guys, I actually stayed at this hotel, so a lot of experiences there. Trust me.
No, definitely. I mean, I've seen it, but I've never stayed there. It definitely looked pretty fun, but at the same time, too, it does seem like you're not going to be able to sleep at night.
I mean, I couldn't sleep, but I can tell you that much. We did drink when we were out there, and that was kind of a wild time. But it was actually pretty scary, too. But it's like, when I first walked into that room, I still remember I was excited, but I was also a little like, oh man, what am I getting myself into? But then it didn't even take 5 minutes of being into that hotel that the fucking shower and everything just went off. And I was just there well, that was fast. The ghost was just like, hey, new fucking guest, hell yeah. Let's go ahead and start this shit already. It didn't even take 5 fucking minutes. As soon as I got into the room, just bam.
And I'm just curious, was the third stall in the restroom okay? Was that safe?
I'm pretty sure the lobby was pretty safe. If I started finding stalls in my restroom, I think I'd be in a different dimension at that point in my hotel room.
Definitely. I mean, just seeing that hotel kind of gives me a little bit of chills. If you're not familiar, of course, this is San Antonio, Texas, right by the Alamo. It's a pretty nice area. If you guys ever get the chance to stay, please do. Tell them Austin sent you. That way they could be confused.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know what? And every time you go into a restroom that has stalls, go ahead and knock on that third one right there. And let's let that ghost know Dyllon, the one that sent you for that one. If someone answers you back, I'm sorry.
And if the hotel lobby tells you, can you please stop telling us Austin sent you? I'm sorry.
Oh man, I could just hear everyone now just giving out some random names. They're gonna be like, what? Who's Austin? And some poor random guy is gonna be using that third stall. He's just gonna be there, and someone's gonna knock like, "Hey, Dyllon sent me." What?
Yeah, please don't knock on the third stall and tell them that I sent you.
No. Go ahead and knock on the third stall. Go ahead. If someone's not there and someone does answer, I'm just saying you probably should not be there no more.
Oh man. I mean, today's stories are definitely interesting. I'm really looking forward to yours because I want to hear what you have written down. Mine is going to be a little bit on the funny side, and there's going to be a lot of different twists and everything. And it doesn't help that I've been drinking pretty heavy, I would say. Don't call me an alcoholic, but I've been drinking a good amount, so I'm ready to tell this story. I'm super excited, and I'm gonna throw you guys all for a curveball today. Are you ready? How you feeling?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm just interested in your toilet bully ghost.
Yes, and since mine is a Japanese story, I just want to let you all know on the YouTube, of course, for our Japanese speakers or readers, I guess you would say. We do have the Japanese subtitles on our YouTube. Please check out the YouTube too if you want to go ahead and give us some support. But for anybody that just didn't understand what I said because I'm speaking English and not Japanese, YouTube, what is it? YouTube で日本語で読むことができます。So just to everybody, you can go ahead and check.
Okay, I didn't understand them either.
There you go. You can go ahead and check out the Japanese subtitles. They might not be accurate, but I mean, we're trying our damn best. we're trying to get to, everybody. Hopefully somebody out there invites us to some ghost tour. I'm still waiting for that.
Yeah, hoping for someone to invite us into a third stall in a random restroom so we could go ahead and see if this ghost is there and get bullied by a toilet ghost.
Look. I mean, I'm not down to go to a third stall with anybody. Any stall in that case. But today,
I'm just saying, you want to be invited.
No,
and that, someone's just gonna be like, here,
to a ghost tour. Don't invite to a stall, especially in Japan. But today we are exploring the chilling tale of Hanako-san, Japan's notorious toilet ghost. And this one's going to be a little bit of a weird one because there are some other stuff that people might confuse it with. But Hanako-san, or Hanako of the toilet, is a legend that has haunted Japanese school children since the 1950s. She is said to reside in the third stall of the third floor. This is where it gets confusing. The third floor of the third stall in the girls' bathroom. But there's other stories where it's in the men's, the girls. It varies. But to some,
so they're gonna invite you. Not only are they gonna invite you, they're gonna invite you to the third floor, and you're gonna go to the third stall.
3 and 3. But to some it, you have to knock 3 times. Also, so 3 and 3. Right? One must knock 3 times and ask, Hanako-san, are you there? And if she responds, you have to run. Right? So what logic is that? Where if she answers, run. But if she doesn't, then nothing happens, right? But I guess,
so what if it's someone in the restroom? Like, what if it's like you're just, you're doing the whole legend, and all of a sudden, like, you do the whole knocking, and then it's just like, what's up? Like, because they're just in the restroom stall. They're probably more confused if there's no one else in the other stalls. They're probably just like, why did this person come up to me?
I'm pretty sure they'd be pissed that you still have to run. But the origin of the San story, they vary. Some say that she was a girl who died during World War II, during like an air raid while hiding in the school restroom. But others believe that she was like a victim of bullying who took her own life, which is kind of weird that she would haunt the restroom. But others say that she was a child murdered by a stranger or an abusive parent. Now, the legend has came from Japanese culture, inspiring films like the 1995, and I was trying to watch this myself, but 1995 horror movie, Tore no Hanako-san, which I butchered the shit out of that. But look, where Hanako is portrayed as like a spirit that's aiding students. In contrast, there's also another 1998 film that's, I'm gonna tear this one up. Shinsai Tore no Hanako-san depicts her as a vengeful ghost, like she's just seeking revenge. But personal accounts add to the legend's mystique. And this is the fucking stupidest shit that I ever read. There was a Reddit forum, and one Reddit user shared, I tried to summon Hanako once, and the door suddenly opened, but nothing happened afterward. That's it.
The door just suddenly opened?
The door just opened. And I'm like,
the door just opened.
No, that's not a spirit, bro. That's a fucking draft.
I don't know. I mean, something definitely answered, or something was probably using the restroom. And it was just like, "What's up, bro? Why you knocking out my stall here?"
I mean, sometimes you fart so loud that blows that door open. I mean, I don't know what it is.
This one's actually pretty interesting in a way. So think about it like this. Like, I guess an easier way to also explain this one. It goes up. You all remember that scene in Harry Potter where that girl in the restroom?
I haven't seen Harry Potter in a long time. Tell me.
Well, it's that girl in the restroom that she screams at people and gets mad at people, but you don't have to summon her because it's Harry Potter. Everything moves in that damn castle. So like, it's that girl that fucking screams. I forgot her fucking name. I am so sorry, everyone.
Harry Potter and the Curse of Hanako-san?
Yes, Harry Potter and the Curse of Hanako-san. We just started a whole new series. Her father in the curse of Hanako-san. Oh my god.
I'm ready to watch that one for sure. But
So to get into this one, you get unlocked 3 times.
another tale from a Japanese school recounts a student who, after summoning Hanako-san, heard a voice asking, "Do you want to play?" The student ran away and nothing more occurred. But the experience left, of course, a lasting impression. And see, another tale from the Japanese schools recounts a student who was, after summoning her, heard a voice asking, do you want to play? And then pushing the door open. So this thing's happening pretty often. But the legend continues to evolve with adaptations like the manga and anime, which I want to get into. There is a series, and you said you're aware of it, but the Toilet Bounds Hanako-kun, where Hanako is reimagined as a male spirit who grants wishes, almost like the genie from Aladdin. But
yeah, they actually depict the ghost to be kind of good, but it had its own type of thing going on. So it's actually really good. I do recommend the good showing. Well, of course, if you enjoy Japanese animation and everything like that.
Look,
so I do recommend it.
I haven't watched another anime since you recommended me fan-based stuff.
Since I recommended you fan-based stuff, says the guy that watched the vending machine come to life.
Oh yeah, it's a good anime.
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely want to know what I got reincarnated as a vending machine. Everyone just put money into me.
I got reincarnated as the third stall. Maybe that's going to be a future anime.
Knock 3 times, and if I answer, you better run.
I'm waiting for it.
Oh yeah, that's a hell of a reincarnation.
Whether a cautionary tale or a cultural phenomenon, Hanako-san remains a fixture in Japanese folklore, reminding us that some stories never die, they just wait in the shadows, or stalls in this case. I mean, that's just what I read up on, but I was just curious. Okay, wait. What if Hanako-san isn't just a ghost? What if, hear me out, Hanako-san is part of a secret government experiment from the 1940s? What if during World War II, Japan was testing psychic children to weaponize fear? They were like, yeah, we could build bombs, or we could train an angry 10-year-old girl to haunt public restrooms. And get
that backfired on them because it stays in Japan.
And get this, what's the one place that kids go alone during school? The bathroom, right? Not the nurse, not the cafeteria, not the bathroom. Well, of course the bathroom, right? But you're vulnerable. Pants down, booty out, prime haunting position. So they create this entity, Hanako-san, to keep children in line, right? Fear-based toilet control, because what happens when kids are too afraid to poop at school? I mean, I'm saying, you're not going to start a revolution if you're holding a fart in since 3rd period. And you want to know what's even crazier? It gets deeper. You've been holding in that fart since 3rd period, and then you don't want to go to the restroom on the 3rd floor in the 3rd stall? What's 3 plus 3?
6?
No, 33. That's the number of degrees in Freemasonry. Coincidence? I think not. Hanako-san is the first Japanese Illuminati agent haunting bathrooms to enforce the New World Order. One awkward poop at a time.
New World Order. New World.
Look, I think she's still there. I swear, the last time I was in a public restroom, the toilet auto flushed before I even sat down, and that's not a censor. That's a warning.
Next you're gonna start saying that Bloody Mary is over here tag teaming with her, and they're over here taking turns and shit. She's over there like, yo, Hanako-san, go ahead and take her to the toilet. I got the mirrors. We can work on this shit together. This is a whole new fucking story at this fucking point.
Hello, WWE, are you hearing this? Bloody Mary and Hanako-san tag team? Hell in a Cell? Let's go.
Hell in a Cell?
I'm ready for it.
Each one has its own variations. One gets turned off the lights, the other one gets not 3 times. It's like, what happens if everything just happens at once? But it's just a blackout.
Why is everything 3?
You know what? That's true, because even in Bloody Mary, you gotta say your name 3 times.
Yeah.
Kind of like Beetlejuice.
And everyone's scared of constant 6s, right? I'm scared of 3s now.
Yeah, now I'm gonna be looking at the third bathroom stall, everything differently.
Get this, there's
Now someone's in there, I'm not gonna knock.
there's a full ass anime, like we're saying, right? Called Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, which that's loosely based on like the Hanako-san legend. And I say loosely, like the way my ass feels after eating Taco Bell. But first off, Hanako's a boy, and not just like any boy. He's got like anime hair, gloves, a schoolboy outfit. He grants wishes like a bathroom bound genie with emotional baggage, of course. But so instead of haunting you, he's like your magical bathroom boyfriend in this anime. And Boko went from I will drag you into the underworld through a toilet to like notice me senpai, I'm tragic and pretty. And I swear this anime is it. I checked it out because you said it, and I couldn't even get through the first episode.
It's an anime. That's why I said it's really, you really gotta kind of gotta be into it. I'm not gonna lie. I think I finish the series, but to fans out there, pretty good show. It really is. You kind of just gotta understand like kind of the lore for it. For instance, like how like you've done your research for Hanako-san now. Now it's a completely fucking different story now. You know?
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong.
Now they're teaming up with Bloody Mary, and they're all just tag teaming everyone.
Don't get me wrong. The show slaps. I mean, it's good, but like if they made an anime called Chainsaw Abraham Lincoln and it was like a historical drama, I wouldn't watch. Like, it's
but we got a movie already called Vampire Hunter, Abraham Lincoln.
I like slightly remember that. It's like a fever dream to me. I still like find it hard to believe that they made a movie like that.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean, so this is different, right? The anime is different. So Toilet Bound Hanako-kun is based on the real Hanako legend, like the same way that Olive Garden's based on Italy. I mean, it's the same shit, but it's completely different, I guess, if you say. But that's pretty much the story. I guess it just always seemed like that's just something that you just tell kids to scare them, like how we have like the kukui out here, and you know they're always going to tell you that he's going to take you away if you misbehave. But I mean, I'd be more scared of somebody pulling me from the shitter.
You'd be more scared of somebody pulling you from the shitter?
Yeah, like you're sleeping in bed, right? You're peaceful, but you're not that vulnerable. You could still escape, right? You know, if something was coming at you, you could hop out of bed quick. I'm not going anywhere when I'm trying to take a shit. I'm stuck there. I'm in my most vulnerable spot, right? Like that's where dogs look at you when they shit, because that's you're the most vulnerable. You need the help. You need anything.
Really? I thought they just look at you and they're just judging you like, why are you staring at me, you creep? Like,
I mean,
I know I can't go anywhere, but
how long are you staring at a dog shit?
Evidently people have stared long enough that they now know that they face the north when they poop.
You think the dogs have like their own variation of that story?
I'm pretty sure they probably have their own fucking like folklore and everything.
Yeah,
like,
shit.
If I don't poop facing the north, it's gonna be haunted by this dog.
If I shit on the third patch of grass.
Maybe that's why they sniff and they take so long, because that's the reason. They have their own Hanako dog version. So
but that
is crazy though. Like I said, I do recommend the anime if you guys do want to do it. If you don't want to get too much into the research, right? It's a real good anime about the ghosts and everything. You guys would like it. It really is. But just as Dylan says, it's not for everyone.
Yeah,
because it's still an anime, and for those that watch anime, you know what I mean.
Right, just like vending machine. I want to be.
Yes, it's like his vending machine anime.
Look, there's nothing wrong with it. It's good. It's coming out with the season 2. Sometimes these animes don't even come out with the season 2, right? They come out with that season 2 because it's good. That's all I'm saying.
The reason why they take forever is because they go knock on the third stall.
Unless it's like one.
And they get scared.
One Piece, they should.
Oh, One Piece is going to keep going.
No, cancel.
One Piece is going to keep going. One Piece is going to keep going. Look, he's never going to find that One Piece. I haven't seen the full anime. Don't judge.
That's the story of Hanako-san. And it's a little weird. It's a little short. But
a little weird.
It's just a little weird, right? Like you just scared kids of toilets.
I'm still getting that your toilet ghost and the story instead of the anime is a toilet bully that just Doesn't let you poop. So here's a fun fact about this. We're talking about toilet goods, okay? And this is just from like my daily life job right here, okay? So believe it or not, okay? I was traveling, and most of you who know what an oasis is in the United States, we got these little areas that are very expensive. Like everything's literally airport food prices and everything. You guys have been there. You guys know what I mean. Like everything's expensive in there. So I was traveling around 2 or 3 in the morning. Okay, and here's the funny part about this. Okay, is I actually like went into one of the family restrooms because they were cleaning the other restrooms, and I really need to go. Okay, I really need to go.
Oh, you did ghost.
So I was getting in there, and as soon as I walked in there, it's so strange. Like it felt like something was just staring at me, and at first I was kind of creeped out because I thought it was a camera, and I was like, oh, like I feel like there's someone watching me. So I started looking around, and I didn't see anything. I even looked in like hidden areas. I put my phone everywhere. I was getting really into it because I found it kind of fucking gross in a way too, because it's like a family fucking restaurant. Like I was gonna fucking get that camera and destroy it. So I couldn't find nothing, and they have a like closet in there for like cleaning supplies. I checked in the closet and there was something there. Well, as soon as I started doing my business, because I couldn't hold it up. I'm sorry. That's when everything started happening. So that's when all the weird shit started. That's when the weird shit started happening. Okay, so you all gotta agree with me on this. Every public restroom with those fucking sinks that you have to like do fucking ninja signs to get it to like work sometimes because it doesn't reach your hands because of the sensor. Yeah, that kept going off. And it kept turning on and off, on and off, on and off. And then the towels, like the paper towels, were just coming out by themselves, one by one by one by one by one. So I'm just there chilling, like, what's going on? Like I'm over here freaking out a little bit because I'm just like, I feel like I'm being watched. 2, the fucking sink's going out by itself, and 3, now the paper towels are just coming out. So it was weird because the longer I was in that restroom, the worst it fucking got. Like this fucking ghost was just like, motherfucker, I'm trying to scare you. Leave.
He's trying to get you to shoot.
So I'm not gonna lie, I took a fast shit. And I left. I got in and I got out because I don't know what was going on. I wish I could have found a worker, but those oases don't have really anyone working there at those times. Everyone's usually a traveler like myself, and I couldn't really figure out the story on it. I wish I could have looked at the folklore. Maybe someone died in there. I'm not sure, but to this day, I never in my life could explain what that was, because at first I just couldn't believe it. But I mean, water going on by itself, the paper towels coming out by itself, the sinking feeling of someone just staring at your fucking soul while you're taking the shit.
Like that, right?
Yeah. Like they were staring at something, but damn, they were just like that ghost was just like, I'm giving you 5 minutes to get in and get out.
Yeah, I mean, he's just trying to be, helpful, trying to make sure people go and don't overstay their welcome.
You got 5 minutes. Good. And go.
I'm just curious, right? Let's just say you're, on the 3rd floor. You open up the restroom, 6 stalls. Are we talking about the 3rd going from the left or the right? I'm just curious.
What if it's the middle?
There's no middle. It's 6 stalls. I need to know if the 3rd from the right or if it's the 3rd from the left.
What if you go in the middle? What if they start from 1, 2, 3? All right, you start from the right.
Just avoid the 2 middle ones.
Just choose the end always. There, that helps.
Yeah.
Always choose the inside. Never choose the inside. Good, that rhymes.
Always choose the inside?
No, never choose the inside. Always choose the outside. Yeah. So, believe it or not, your ghost actually is into the game.
Is she?
Yeah. I believe the game is called Spirit Hunter Death Mark 2. That is a wild fucking name.
What the hell?
Looking Breath of Fire 2 at the Magic School in Hometown. She is considered an NPC in the upstairs bathroom. If you talk to her, you get the dialogue, it's Hanako. That's what it said. That's really what it said. That's what the game does. It's crazy, right? She also has evidently, you look more into it. As you said, as generations go on, I guess the more stories come out of her, because she's even considered a Japanese idol whose persona. Oh, sorry. There's a Japanese idol whose persona is based on Hanako. And her actual music encompasses many themes of the legend, since like including violence, death, revenge, and psychosexual issues. Yeah, that's some crazy fucking music. I'm sorry, I've never heard of a genre called psychosexual. That is some crazy stuff about your ghost, man. Your toilet bully ghost.
Yeah, there's so much on that. And I mean, just going down this rabbit hole of everything, it just threw me so off. Just even the Reddit articles, some were just so weird. They're like, I knocked 3 times. Nothing. And it's like, all right, man. Like, that's not a story. That's not an encounter.
That's an encounter to some people. They did it.
But all right. I think I've stalled long enough. See what I did there? You've stalled like a toilet.
I'm sorry. Here, let me. I don't know if I can make donkey, so I'll just knock.
Yeah, exactly. Take us to the Emily Morgan Hotel, where the ghosts are classy, the rooms are cursed, and the Yelp reviews are kind of weird. Have you ever seen them?
The Yelp reviews on this?
For Emily Morgan.
Go ahead and let me see.
Here we go, guys. We're pulling it up.
I never knew it. You're finding more stuff than I am.
I'm just surprised that it's got bad reviews, and the bad reviews are mainly people saying that it's haunted.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when I stayed there, it's stuff does happen there. Like, you're kidding out. The Emily Morgan Hotel is really known, but it's funny when you check into that hotel, they don't mention anything about ghosts. They actually kind of veer away from it because they want your stay to be as comfortable as possible. Because there's some people up there that do not believe in the spiritual world. So a lot of people. Not a lot of people, but the hosts or the receptionists, they tend to veer away from it. But they do allow ghost tours. You can actually go to one of the ghost tours in San Antonio right there, and you can actually pay that place, and they'll actually take you to like certain areas of the hotel that you're technically not allowed to be in. The hotel does veer away from trying to tell everyone that it's haunted because it's also not good for their sales as well. But even though it's been known for it, it's still considered a 5-star hotel in its own way. It's in the middle of downtown San Antonio, right next to another haunted place, the Alamo itself. That place has its own stories as well. So imagine you got, not only are you right next to the Alamo that's haunted, now you're in this really haunted hotel that they're still trying to be like, no, it's not haunted. But it's a real comfortable hotel, though. Don't count me wrong. The room was great. It was a beautiful view. Whenever I showed Dylan and everyone, they're just like, holy shit, that's the hotel? And I was like, yeah, I was really surprised. I was surprised to have that many windows, by the way. So, not only is this hotel, like, 5-star hotel in its own way, it's a historic site as well. It's a former hospital. You consider the hotspot for spirits. With a sense of humor in its own type of way. If you guys are interested, you guys can still visit it. Not gonna lie, worth to visit. You still get to say spooky vibes without even staying there. Guarantee it. They allow you to go into the basement there, which is where they keep their business offices are. They allow you to walk around, and they allow you to go in the elevators if you respect the hotel guests that are still there. People are still in there sleeping. There's people there are working. So if you do go and visit the hotel, respect the rules at all costs, because this hotel has a lot of rumors. The Yelp reviews, I cannot find it, so I am so sorry, Dylan.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been reading these like Yelp reviews, and some of them are like scary. A lot of people complaining that it's like very old, and dirty. And I get that, right? It's an older hotel, it's harder to clean, but I don't know. Don't let that stray you away from staying there at least once. You know, if you guys get the chance, try to stay there once, check it out, see what it's all about.
Yeah, I stayed there. I survived.
There you go.
Though I was drinking, so if the girls tried to wake me up, they were just like, "Sound moving." I mean, they were just like, "We'll call Hanako. Get Hanako-san."
Look, like the worst thing I've seen people complain about is smell usually for this hotel. And I mean, other than that, it seems like it's a really good experience. But I think a lot of people take it in as, it's haunted and that's not what I wanted. But if you're going there, like, you should just understand some shit's going to go down.
Oh, I see what you mean about the reviews. Yeah, a lot of people say it's really, really old. Like I said, it's considered a story site, and you are in a very historic area in San Antonio, especially because you're right next to the Alamo. So a lot of that area is where the war happened a long time ago. So it's a lot more different. But it's, like I said, it's really not for everyone. If you enjoy haunted, like going to haunted places and all that, then this is definitely the hotel for you. You do get the experience. I guess to add on to it, I could tell you my experience personally. So, like, I was on the 9th floor, which is considered one of the most haunted areas in that hotel. And like I told you, when I walked in there, the shower itself was the one that, like, it didn't take 5 minutes. Like, bam, right away. Well, that wasn't the only thing that also happened. A lot of the things that happened there was, for instance, my TV. The TV itself would not work for all. I mean, I'm talking about weirdos. I would have it on, and it would just start. All of a sudden, the volume would just raise up by itself, like insanely high. Then it'll lower itself back down. Then it'll go all the way up again. Another one is I woke up at night sometimes, and I felt like there was actually someone in my room with me. Since I travel alone a lot, kind of get that, and I, kind of get that feeling that if there's someone in your room, you're gonna kind of know since you travel a lot if you do travel alone. So it's kind of a habit or a sense in your, like, you're more aware of what's going on around you a little bit since you are by yourself. So when I tell you I felt like there was someone in that room, I really did feel like there was someone standing there in that room. It made the experience a lot more fun. I didn't get too into it where I was like bringing the equipment in there like most people do and cameras and all that. But another thing, it's gonna be funny. Believe it or not, there was a night that me and Dylan were drinking with a couple of other friends, and we all went our separate ways. Well, when I went back into the room around 6 a.m. after passing out, pretty messed up, something banged on my fucking door, and I mean, it banged on that door like life or death situation. Like, that thing banged on that fucking door, and I woke up like, what the fuck? And I thought it was literally the neighbor across from me, because there was someone sitting across from me, so I thought it was them. No, when I opened the door, they were looking out too, and I was like, hey, like, did that happen to you too? They're like, yeah, someone just came up to our door and just banged on it. This is at 6 a.m. So it could have been a prank. It could not, because we still are in a very bar district area of San Antonio, Texas, in a way. But I still do not know who did it, because we didn't hear footsteps that ran away at all. Like, none whatsoever.
Was not me.
It wasn't Dylan. Because I knew you were passed out drunk yourself, motherfucker.
I was done for it, but
I mean, I'm just saying it's a good place to stay if you're really interested in the paranormal, as I am. I do like to experience that stuff myself. It's pretty interesting when it happens, because, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, who doesn't want to see floating stuff? Hey, it sounds kind of interesting when something picks up your drink and you're just there like, wow. There is a lot of doors to this hotel, and believe it or not, it goes from a nurse to elevator encounters to a certain room that's actually the most haunted one there, and footsteps to random encounters, shadow figures in the night, apparitions in the lobby. Even the hallways are getting haunted down there. There's a lot, even reflections in the mirrors. Oh, electrical malfunctions is also one. So, like I told you on my TV, that kept happening. The basement where the meeting rooms are, just that whole hotel itself is one big haunted hotspot. I would not doubt that Hanako-san is in that hotel.
She's probably there. But I mean,
go to the public restroom and go to the third stall.
it's a nice hotel, and I mean, guys, you have to check it out. I mean, keep in mind there's a historic battlefield outside. It's a full haunted hotel, and there's probably a guy selling elotes out of a cooler outside. I mean, what more do you want?
This place. Oh, you also get there's also a bar at the first floor, so you can also enjoy yourself a drink and be haunted at the same time. It's going to be a fantasy bar.
I don't remember you reminding me about a bar at the bottom. See?
Well, I wasn't about to spend $30 on a shot of whiskey.
Hey.
That's free. No kidding with you. Their prices were pretty lenient. No, their prices were pretty lenient. I can't really say that. Their prices were pretty good. I was taking a shot before meeting with you guys, so
yeah.
It was more the, like, I guess you could say the most scariest part about that was actually going back to the room by myself. You know, because I knew what I was going to be dealing with for the rest of the night. It's the fact of your mindset doing it, of having to stay there and going into it. You know what I mean?
Right.
As for that, everyone knows. Well, I guess I kind of say everyone knows. I guess mostly texted people know. It used to be a morgue and it used to be a hospital. That's what makes this place a little bit extra haunted in its own way. But like I said, guys, if you do go visit it in San Antonio, please respect everything there. If the receptionist doesn't want to talk about ghosts, don't force them to talk about the ghosts. They're not gonna like it. They're just gonna be like, I don't know what you're talking about. They're kind of used to it by that. If you really want the full experience, go to the ghost tours they have in San Antonio. They will gladly take you there legally without you having to knock on random stalls in the restroom. And don't invite Hanako-san there. They got enough ghosts in there. So, as it is.
Didn't they film the Ghostbusters out there? I want to say one of the Ghostbuster movies.
Yeah, actually, I think so. The Ghostbusters car is over there too, isn't it?
I think so.
I think I've never seen the Ghostbusters car out there. So, just to make it a little bit more eerie for yourself, if you really want to experience that hotel, the stories are small, but they're there. For instance, this floor, they have a floor that's blocked off, and I believe it was the 13th floor. The elevator will sometimes act of its own and take you to that floor. That's where evidently the morgue used to. That's where all the scary stuff. If it does take you to that floor, don't get off. Do not get off. Do not Scooby-Doo it. Do not Scooby-Doo it. Do not be like, let's go check it out, guys, because that elevator is not going to go back to it. The elevator's a stairway to it either. And another one is, if you're really looking for the experience, the most haunted room. And they're saying this is coming from the hotel itself. Is room 810. That's where, there's an actual specific room there that they say are the most haunted. So the way that they discovered that's most haunted, like I said, is the most complaints they get. I complained when someone knocked on my door that day. You know, that was pretty much
Yelp review complaints or like the most ghost story complaints.
See what I mean? So room 810 is evidently considered a full-on encounter. They're not guaranteeing it, but it's for if you're a paranormal fan. It's definitely one room you would probably ask for, though you're probably not going to be the only one, because a lot of fans do stay at that hotel just for the experience. But room 810 is actually where a lot more encounters happen. That's where they feel like shadows are just roaming around, where you can hear whispers, you can hear everything. That's just room 810. The other floor that is pretty bad was the 9th floor, which I was staying on. And that one right there is footsteps to hearing noises in the hallway, everything pretty much at night. Which is why at 6 a.m. in the morning, this ghost evidently just decided to be like, hey, look at this guy. He's drunk. Let me go ahead and bang on this fucking door at 6 a.m. in the morning. It's like, I was knocked the fuck out at that. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit. There's a lot of spooky encounters in this hotel. And just like Dylan pointed out, the reviews are mostly bad about the haunted stuff. I mean, I got woken up at 6 a.m. Sorry, I'm gonna keep bringing that up. I was really pissed off that I got woken up at 6 a.m. from another drinking.
I mean, I read up on it and I actually stumbled upon like a story from Reddit, like from a guest that stayed at the Emily Morgan Hotel. And let me set the scene for you. So like this guy and his brother were wrapping up their Texas trip, decided to spend, their last night at the Emily Morgan Hotel in San Antonio. And from the start, these guys felt uneasy, like the building was giving off some serious do not disturb vibes. But they hop in the elevator, they go down to the pool, and as a joke, he says, maybe the ghosts want to come swimming with us. Right then, the elevator stops, and the doors open, and no one's there. They laugh it off, thinking it's just a coincidence. But later that evening, as they're returning from dinner, he jokes again, uh-oh guys, we might get haunted. Suddenly, every light in the whole lobby goes out. The front desk clerk was calmly saying, yep, they heard you. And now they're starting to think it's not all fun and games. Fast forward to 5:30 in the morning, his dad actually wakes up saying that there's a little girl near the door. He looks over and for a brief moment, he sees the little girl standing there. And before anything, she vanishes. And a lot of people don't take it serious, but you will actually see something out there more than likely. And maybe you might not see it over one night, but there's a high likely chance that you will encounter something there. So if you're really into the paranormal, I mean, from what I read and from what Austin's told me, I mean, it seems like you're almost guaranteed an experience out there.
Boy, we got a review for you, Dylan. I got a review for you. Okay. This is about your ghost. This is about your toilet ghost.
My toilet.
This is about your toilet ghost.
Okay, so I got reviews for a toilet ghost.
Let me just say this, okay? So get this. And this is in the Emily Morgan Hotel itself. So here's the story. Here's a review. I rolled up after midnight. After watching, I think, I'm assuming that's Men in Black 2. Oh my! I don't know what that is. And I was with my boyfriend. Was taking too long, or my boyfriend was taking too long in the bathroom. So I figured I'd go downstairs to the lobby. Every downtown hotel has a bathroom in the lobby, right? That is true. I went downstairs, nothing. I asked the front desk, and he directed me to the basement. Shit, no problem. I took the elevator. So that when I'm reading this review, if someone directs me to the basement restroom, I'm not going to the basement restroom, especially in the haunted hotel. That's a mistake right there already. But I'm just saying, that's what I mean by Scooby-Doo. You're just over here basement restroom? Okay, cool, got you, bro. So she took the elevator to the basement where the banquet rooms were and pictures of the building were. She was like, cool, right? So she went to the ladies' room and was about to exit her stall. She heard someone peeing in the stall next to her. She heard tissue paper unrolling from the metal roller. She passed the stall only to realize she was the only person in the public bathroom. She was confused. The heck? She washed her hands and left, but Dyllon had it hit her how haunted the place was. So your little Hanako ghost is there too, Dyllon?
There she is. Sounds like
she was in a stall next to that girl. That is crazy. Our stories ended up lining up with each other.
Yeah, somehow, right?
Yeah.
Look, we get up there eventually, right? We pick up our podcast a bit. Maybe we'll have to record one of the episodes out of there. Maybe stuff in the background, right?
I'm always down to go back to do everything in that room.
2 guys, 1 room.
No. Now if we knock on the stall 3 times, it's gonna be 2 guys and 1 toilet ghost.
There you go. But I mean, we could.
That sounds bad.
As we start getting there, we could do something like that. Of course, we're always into stuff like that, and we want to start getting into everyone's, paranormal stories. Of course, guys, we finally got an Instagram, by the way. I just want to put that out there. Let's hear it for spirits on Instagram, and as well as we have our Gmail. Let's hear it for spirits at gmail.com. Guys, if you have some ghost stories, we really want to hear it. Or if you just want to, send us some welcoming messages, feel free to do that too.
We also got a Gmail account going up. So if you guys do have any stories or shit, stories you want to share with us, or even your own ghostly toilet encounters like I have had, don't worry. I know nothing. Or do you want to share maybe you stay at the Emily Morgan Hotel yourself and you had your own type of experiences. You can send to our Gmail, let'shearspirits@gmail.com. We'll gladly hear the stories. We'll even have maybe a day or podcast where we actually read maybe 2 stories for you guys and see how it goes.
Right. And I mean, we're going to start from now on doing the 2 stories. I think we really like it. We want to try to give you guys like a full episode, right? Because we understand we're out and about ourselves. We're always traveling. And we like to, listen ourselves to other podcasts. So we want to give you guys a full episode so that way we can start making it more enjoyable for your road trips. But hopefully you guys like it. Tell us what you think. Leave comments in Spotify or YouTube and tell us,
And be careful with the third stall in the middle and any haunted hotels can do. Never know. You're probably not alone.
Right.
Got you thinking about, but you're going to think twice about using that public restroom now, huh?
I'm going to think twice about using my own restroom.
I don't even know what to say. I still think your toilet goes as a bully. How dare they go at the most vulnerable area?
Right. And I just want to know, is it like mid shit or is it pre shit? Like, where's shit?
I mean, if it's mid, wouldn't it help you finish?
I'm cutting.
The whole terror scared the shit out of you?
Yeah. Maybe that's where he came from.
Just started off in Japan. Scaring the shit out of you. Just like, that's much better.
It's such a crazy ghost. And it's crazy too to hear different stories from other countries. Because the way that they're scared of things compared to the stories that we come up with, it's so different.
Oh yeah. Totally different. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't know about what's going on. That's the reason why I chose to do the Emily Morgan Hotel today, because I really want to go more back to I like going past this hotel. 1, I stayed there. 2, it's a beautiful place. So, 3, now you know how to summon another ghost and thanks to you.
Exactly. I mean, we talked about ghosts in the bathtub, demons in the bathroom, and, drinks that shouldn't be read. But the moral of the story is, if you hear a voice in the third stall saying, "I'm here," politely tell them you're not, and then leave the building. And if you're at the hotel, of course, that used to be a hospital, psych ward, and morgue, congrats. You unlocked the haunted trifecta of Texas. We appreciate you all being here and, listening to us always. We didn't think that we would hit our 16 followers and, get some more listeners going, but we also appreciate the comments on Spotify, reading them. I know we got one of our, first comments. It meant a lot to us, and we thank you all so much.
We're still new. We're still improving. There's a lot of stuff that we're still working on as well. So we hope through time we just keep getting better and better. And I do hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast. Because over here at Let's Hear for Spirits, and wherever it goes,
deserves a toast. Look, you stalled. Where was the other?
Okay, I did pause. Oh wait. Okay. Ready. 3, 2, 1. This is Let's Hear from Spirits.
Where every ghost
deserves a toast. Why did you pause?
Yes, you look. We'll get it down someday, right? Episode 53, we're gonna have this on point. But everyone, if you like this episode, like I said, don't forget to leave a review for us or a Yelp, for Let's Hear It for Spirits. Go ahead and leave your review in the bathroom. Say it in the mirror 3 times if you want as well. And hopefully a cocktail appears.
Hey. Also, remember, keep your senses sharp. The paranormal will never truly rest. Stay curious and stay aware. Until we meet again.
And I'll see y'all.
Catch you guys later.
Same spooky energy, same slightly unhinged bartender energy. And until then, stay haunted, stay hydrated, and if something whispers your name from the drain, don't answer.
You can answer. I'm not gonna lie. Being into the paranormal myself, dude, go ahead and answer it. Tell me what happens, yeah? be a great story to send to us.
If you live.
You'll be all right.
See y'all in the next one.
Peace.
Bye.